Hello to anyone who's watching it. This is Random Encounter Game. I'm Matt. Uh, just another random game. Have two people here. Will can introduce himself, then Zach.
My name is Will. I'll be playing Jebediah today, a half drow bard, wizard, rogue. Um, just kind of
Yeah.
making his way through, trying to become the best fighter he can so that he can rejoin his tribe.
I'm Zach. I play Hildorf Bard named Zarkon. Just a level 6 Bard.
Okay.
I'm level 6 Bard. Level 6 Bard that's missing 3 spells. Guess I'll have to do without him.
Okay. So, uh, you two were. I'm not going to start the guild because it's just the two of you. Um, uh, you guys have accepted a job with all this noise going around. Um, the 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 road to Redgill is it's still used for merchants and that can't, because the river transport is the fastest and best way to get down. It's also the most expensive. So for the merchants that don't quite have the money to put up for a shipping contract to have all their goods shipped down on vessels, they have to cart them down. But with all commotions going on, um, there um, the roadway has become a bit dangerous for merchants because merchants usually don't make the best fighters. Uh, so you two are assisting. You haven't really heard much of anything. Uh, uh, there has been. You have heard that a few stray animals have attacked a caravan or two, just because they were hunters looking for food, hunting species looking for food. But it is a little dangerous. But uh, um, so they hired you for to travel there and back to Illuma, which all in all will take about uh, it's 2.5 days travel down and 2.5 back. So it'll take about 5 days for to complete the job. And uh, for that, and after you complete the job and get back, you'll be paid 175 gold.
Works for Jeb.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
yeah. They're not expecting trouble, but you can never be too careful.
We're expecting trouble.
So,
Do you mind if I buy some potions before we go?
yeah, you have a little bit of time before they ship out.
I'm looking to buy 3 potions of healing.
Okay. Uh, that'll cost you 55 each.
That's fine. To be expected.
unless you want to try and haggle.
No, I'm fine. Ugh.
Okay. So, you guys are. They want to get. It's still morning. You got a long way to travel, so they want to get going.
Yeah, let's get going.
Yeah.
Jeb's got what he needs already.
Yeah. So, Jeb, roll percentile.
Percentile coming up. $95.
You guys have good weather. The merchants are noting that it seem to be making better pace than usual. The day passes long. You guys are sort of, you don't really stop for. The only time you stop is to have the horses rest, like so they can get watered and that. But it's not a very long stop. You guys are basically eating. If you guys are hungry, you basically just eat rations. But overall, you make good travel time. There are 2 rest stops when they actually made the path to Red Gill an actual road. They built rest stops in sort of a cleared space for carriages and wagons and that for them to actually. So by the time you actually reach the resting point, there's still a little bit of daylight. They mentioned that it's usually dusk or later when they get here, but so yeah.
Well, I reckon we set up camp and stop for the night.
Oh, that was the plan, and they're and because this is a place that is set up to camp, there's a fireplace already there when you pull up that's already stoned in that. You just it's basically you just have to find your own wood.
All right. Well, I guess
Would you like to roll for that? Just roll for that.
do that. Find wood, set up for the night.
Yeah.
I imagine that they'll want to establish some sort of watch system.
Well, that's what you're here for. There's 3 slots and the 2 of you.
You want me to take the first and third?
That'll
You
work. I mean,
reckon-
we can always rest for a day in Red Gill, and then come back.
We still have some time before
Well,
we get to where we need to go anyway.
you can always sleep in the wagon as
Yeah,
well.
that's kind of what I was thinking.
All right, let's do that then. We'll just take a shift and a half each.
Sounds good.
Okay. Okay, so time passes on. They brought drinks to have, so they to have something a little to relax with by a campfire. So, and they offer you both a glass. Do you partake?
Nope. That's a negative.
Zarkon will just take a little drink of his crumb that he keeps with him. Croom whiskey.
Jebediah will politely decline,
Mm.
stating that his job is to make certain that they do not come to harm and that alcohol could impair his effectiveness in doing that job.
Yeah, they understand your position and they just carry on with their merriment. Eventually, they go to sleep, and so
Can I play them a song?
roll performance.
I'll assist.
Do you have proficiency in performance?
I have
He's-
proficiency in performance and the vial,
Okay.
Don't you have Jack of
Viol.
all trades?
whatever. I've got that too.
So you can roll with advantage.
Uh, 13. Fortunately, not that great.
Yeah. It's you play you together. You play something nice. You two haven't really played music together all that much, so
It's okay.
it sounds okay, but
Nothing spectacular.
yeah.
That's fine.
So, since you're taking first watch, Jeb will probably lie down for a nap or something.
Yeah, I'll crash until he's ready to wake me for the second half of the second watch and the third watch.
Yeah. So, roll perception.
Perception. Okay. $14.
Okay. Quiet night. Bit nippy. It's late into the ending of fall, so it's starting to cool down, but you, you're a hardy dwarf. It's not too cold for you. So, yeah, you do hear animals and that moving around, but nothing that's anywhere close and nearby. It's just forest sounds because you're surrounded by trees. It's a forest road that you turned onto. So you got the swamp to one side of the road and a forest to the other, or a wooded area that leads up to the mountains. So it's natural to hear animals, but you don't really encounter anything. 6 hours pass and you go switch with Jeb.
I'll shake him up. Jebediah, it's time to switch watches.
All right. Jebediah will get up, grab his gear, and stand watch.
Okay.
Brandon Dunn wants to know if he can join.
Oh.
He just posted in the thing.
Yeah, he can pop in. I don't have the. I have a different browser up, so I wasn't looking at the.
Yeah, I got it. I told him to come on in.
Yeah.
Dadgum.
Either way, it doesn't matter if there were 2 or 3 on you. There, it was a peaceful night. nothing was going to happen to you.
Okay.
So we can retcon whoever he's bringing.
Works for me.
Doesn't seem like it'd be an issue.
Yeah.
We haven't gotten into anything important yet.
Yeah. It just means I can throw more creatures at you.
Good. Bring it. I can never get a time to shine for combat. I'm just hoping that this time I can. And not die. And not attack a
Intelligent
legendary
creatures
creature.
know to spread out so they don't get hit with AoEs.
That's fine.
There's definitely that.
Yeah.
We'll see how confined the space is. I feel like Zarkon's more made for espionage more than combat.
I don't know how inconspicuous Hill Dwarf Bard actually is, but
You don't know how what?
well, you said espionage, and Zarkon kind of stands out a little.
Yeah, that's fair. But I mean, he'd always buy a disguise kit. And he has an urchin background, so he's good in stealth and sleight of hand and thieves' tools.
He said give him a minute and he'll be in.
Yeah. I saw that.
Hey.
You're bringing Throak?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, you were idling on that almost leveling up for quite a while.
Yeah, my son came into town, so I haven't been able to play for a week and a half or so.
Yeah.
It's not that long.
So, yeah. So the three of you are on a guard the caravan mission to Red Gill because they can't afford to ship by boat. So, first day travel has passed, and you guys had your shifts. You're all rested. Everyone breaks down the campsite and gets ready and moves on in the morning at first light because it's a long travel.
Jay, you know Throwback, and we've been working together for a long time. This is the first time we've ever been able to go on an adventure together.
That's a good point, Zarkon. But we've spent enough time together that we shouldn't spend any more time together.
Feel the love, brother.
So you guys help with the breakdown and to make things move faster and get on the road. There are 2 wagons. So who's in what wagon?
Jebediah will be in the first wagon, I guess.
And the dwarves will be in the second one?
I reckon.
Yeah, I'll be driving.
That's fine.
Oh no, they have drivers. You're just hired muscle.
Okay.
Okay. So, Zarkon, can you roll me percentile?
I certainly can. $34.
Some bad weather has moved in. A little rainy, dark. Travel definitely slowed down by the weather. So, by the time you make it to the next rest stop, it's definitely almost dark. Luckily, by that time, it's not raining anymore, but everything is damp.
Is there any? Is there a fireplace at this one?
Yeah, both places have a fireplace there.
Okay.
And-
Well, Zarkon will cast prestidigitation just on the fireplace to try to dry it up to actually sustain the fire.
So, yeah, with everyone working together, they put the campsite together. So, able to get a fire going.
I'll cast Unseen Servant as a ritual, so that we've got just an extra pair of hands.
Yeah.
If it's needed, I can do that too.
It's not really needed.
Okay.
It's appreciated,
I'm just
but
being
it's not
lazy.
really needed.
I'm just being lazy.
Yeah.
And then I can spend more time studying my book, and I've got manuscripts that I've been reading and writing. And Thorok's very busy. Rather than actually doing work himself, he's just going to spend time with his nose in his book.
Yeah. So, yeah. So, because of how things slow down and playing Camp Up a little late, there is not as much merriment as last night.
Jebediah, you want to try
Yeah.
to do another
Such is-
performance?
Such is life. Yeah, sure. You
Do
betcha.
you want to do the performance this time?
Sure.
You take lead. I'll take backup.
Alrighty.
Okay. Roll with
See,
advantage.
exclamation R 1D20 plus 8. 23.
Yeah.
Oh wait. Have to do that again because I said roll. You said roll with advantage.
Yeah. Because I'm assisting you.
Beast. So it's either going to be a 23 or a 14. I'll take the 23.
Yeah. You guys figured out your rhythm, and that night's performance is a lot better than the previous one. Their spirits from the day are definitely lifted, and
So they're jamming to some metal music played on a viol and or viola and a. What do you play?
I play
There-
a lute and a pan flute. Whichever one you think would be better, you can say I
Yeah,
play.
you can do the thrash metal on the lute.
yeah.
That's probably why we didn't do so well the first time, because I didn't know you played metal.
Guitar and violin
play-
are a very popular combo.
You guys play so well, you see Throak tapping his toes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Out of
nice.
time, not in the same time that you guys are, because he doesn't have that ability at all. But
Well, are you saying out of time or out of rhythm? There's a little bit of a difference.
yes,
Yeah. So, how's Trista been, Throwback? Besides talking
Oh
her ear
God,
off.
if that girl, the next time that girl shuts up will be the first. The only good thing I can say is you don't have time to think about unpleasant thoughts with her around because, well, you know exactly whatever in the hell's going through her brain.
Yes, I agree with you. It is can be agonizing sometimes. Sometimes you just miss the silence of the Smith shop with Teeny.
Exactly. It's kind of sad when a forge is significantly the lady run on the counter. But fortunately, she's pleasant on the eyes, so there's something going for her.
Yeah.
Mm. Oh, I'll probably take first watch again, boys.
Yeah, Jebediah will take last
I'll
watch.
Throak will take middle watch and cast Leomund's tiny hut as a ritual.
Okay.
Interesting spell you got there.
Leomund's tiny hut.
Yeah, it's
very
awfully
useful.
nice. Oh, it's wonderfully useful. I'll wake you up when it's your turn to watch, but just so you know, I'll sleep through mine. Nothing gets through.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Why don't you just cast it and then we can all sleep through it? It lasts 8 hours, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but can
it
you
does.
cast one big enough to get everybody and all the stuff into?
How many caravans are there?
There are 2 caravans besides yourself. There are 4 people.
So
The only issue with it is it's not so big that it can hold all of the contents of the caravan. So
Exactly.
I would say if we have the caravan watchers, just keep an eye on the stuff, and the hired muscle can just sleep.
Well,
How does
Jebediah
that
is the only
sound?
one that's hired muscle.
Well, that's kind of our job, is to watch the stuff so it doesn't get attacked or stolen.
I'll take first watch.
Okay.
So even though Throax says he's going to sleep through watch, he doesn't. He's
Uh,
talking crap. And
Zircon, roll perception.
Okay, roll perception. I'm actually really good in perception. I just don't know. I just roll shitty anytime anything is useful. 26.
all important rolls are bad.
Yep. That is literally the curse of Zarkon.
Yeah. You hear animals again. Louder this time from last time, just because you're deeper into it. So you're the foresty areas are a bit thicker and a bit more. There are a bit more bigger animals down this way than there is at the beginning of the road. Just because of how much forest is actually here as sort of their terrain. But nothing happens. It's you get Thorak for his watch.
All right, Throwback. Time for you to get up.
Fine, go to sleep. I'm up.
You need a drink? He offers him a drink of the Kroom whiskey, even though he likes Elvish.
No more drink for me. Not for a while yet.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So, roll perception.
Damn it, Zarkon. You've passed another plague on to me. 4.
I'm sorry you caught the Curse of Zarkon.
Mm,
Well, it might not be important.
yeah.
So
The Curse of Zarkon is for saves.
during my
typically.
got it. So instead of paying a whole lot of attention to what's going on around us, I'm actually spending the most of my watch talking to my gloves that are sentient, and the two of us are discussing the demon that recently partially inhabited them.
Oh yeah.
Everyone else knows they're sentient, or just you knows they're sentient?
Well, I helped make them.
Okay.
But I don't know that you know that they're sentient, do you?
I don't know. No, I don't think I know that either. Unless did they gain
Yeah, they
sentience after we made them?
Kind of.
I mean,
Did you know that they were cursed?
He would have put that together.
Then
I don't know
well,
if
if
this
you
is
never,
a Smeagol thing or not, so
it's they talk to the person that they're attuned to. So if you never attune to it, then probably not.
well, cursed items automatically attune.
It was cursed. It's not cursed no more.
You
Yeah,
can't
now
get
it's
rid
just
of curses in 5e. You can only get them
Well,
to
the
make the saving throw again.
Oh, I thought the curse left.
Unless
I made the saving.
Curses it, uncurses it.
Well, I'm
So
pretty sure
I made the saving throw versus the curse. I succeeded
Yes.
on the saving throw versus the curse.
Y-
The
yeah.
curse, the demon inhabited the gloves, which made them infectious for the spell plague. And then the spell plague hopped over to Krisk, and then wherever it went from there. But the gloves retained their sentience.
Okay. Yeah, so the person who cursed it uncursed it. So yeah.
The demon that cursed it uncursed it, but it retained its sentience, I guess. So Zarkon does not know it's sentient.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Yeah, and I thought my role was bad. So, yeah. You spend 3 hours talking with your gloves, and all the people are in the tiny hut. Because I think tiny hut holds up to 10.
Yeah, it holds. I think it holds. Yeah,
Pretty
something
sure
like
it holds
that.
8.
But yeah,
Pretty sure it holds 8, and at 9 it breaks.
Yeah. So yeah, everyone else is in the tiny hut.
Sleeping soundly.
Yeah. Yeah. Is it soundproof or just impenetrable?
It's impenetrable from
it's-
spell, and it can't be passed through unless the creature was in it when it was created.
Okay. So
And Throat can't
people
leave
are
it.
in the tiny hut, and you are sitting around the campfire talking to your gloves as one wolf sneaks up onto you, and another one, and another one, and another one, and another one until we reach the number of the entire pack is coming onto the campsite, which is 8. And 2 of them take snaps at you because surprise round.
It was the Curse of Zarkon because it was important.
Yeah. So that is
Sorry, Throat.
13 to hit.
they can't get to me.
Yeah, he has to be inside the
They
hut
have-
to be working.
If I leave the hut, it's gone.
Okay.
So they can sniff around outside.
So you're actually inside the hut?
Yeah, he has to be.
Yeah, I have no choice. So the hut is
Can you see?
a 10-foot radius immobile dome of force. The spell ends if I leave its area. 9 creatures of medium size or smaller can fit inside with me. Creatures and objects within the dome, when you cast the spell, can move through it freely. All other creatures and objects are barred from passing through. Spells and magical effects can extend through the dome. Atmosphere is comfortable and dry regardless of the weather outside. Until the spell ends, I command the interior to be either dimly lit or dark. The dome is opaque from the outside of any color I choose, gray, but it's transparent from the inside. So I can see in, or I can see out, but no one can, or we can see out, but no one can see in.
Well, they know from smell that you're there, so they're basically circling.
That's fine.
Okay.
That works.
And they know a lot of people are there because of smell. So you have, yeah. So one wolf tried to jump at the hut and got bounced off, and that jostled you into focus. You realize
gents, there's a pack of wolves outside. Does anybody care? Wolf pelts, are they worth anything? Are wolf pelts worth anything?
It depends on if you fled the marker or not.
I don't know. I don't think 8 will flood the market. Zarkon, Jeb, do you guys want to harvest some wolf pelts?
Jebediah is sleeping.
I would wake you up.
Oh, okay.
Jeb. Mage hand and rub your shoulder a little bit. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Time to wake up. Wolves outside.
Wolves.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 9. Could be 10. No, that was just 1. That's a big one over there. It looks like there's 7 or 8, as many as 10 wolves outside of the hut. Do you guys want to kill them and maybe take the pelts, make a little extra money?
It does not matter to me. We must protect the horses if we are going to get paid.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Yeah. A couple of them are moving over to the horses, so. Draft horses
do you want to go?
Don't have much health.
Zarkon will leave the forest and kind of go towards the horses.
Jebediah will step out of the shield, activate Blade Song, and then cast Ice Knife at the largest group contingent of them.
Well, they're circling, so you're not gonna get. You'll only get one of them because they're
not close.
They're not quite close enough to get splash.
Okay, then if there isn't the possibility of catching 3 or more, then he'll use Chromatic Orb on one of them instead.
Okay. Everyone roll initiative.
Huzzah!
Oh, and I already rolled that.
10.
This thing hates me. Jeez.
You still beat me, though. How the hell do you have so much initiative?
It's a feature for swashbucklers. It allows you to add your charisma to your initiative roll.
Oh, nice. On top of the dexterity?
Mm-hmm.
Jeb, what you get?
I got an 11.
And I got
This die roller thing hates me.
Ralph, what did you get?
13.
Zarkon, what did you get?
10.
Okay.
To be fair, Will, Die Roller hates everybody.
Do what?
I said to be fair, the Die Roller hates everybody.
This is true.
At least you didn't suffer the curse of Zarkon like
One can only hope.
Throwack did.
I do not.
So, Roa,
It was
what are you
That's
going
better.
to do?
Well, I'm going to. I'd like to catch. I'm going to cast Burning Hands. I want to catch as many wolves in it as I can.
You'll
I will-
get 3.
Okay. To do that, I'm going to have to step through the. To step out of Leomund's tiny hut to drop
Does-
it. So I want to make sure that everybody's awake because spells don't pass through.
But you also
So-
have 4 civilians in there and a pack of wolves circling.
Yeah, maybe not a good idea to leave the hut.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll make sure everyone's aware that I am really kind of out of it for this combat. But if they use regular weapons that were already in here, they can just shoot arrows and stuff through, or they can just go through and attack. So it's up to you guys.
Well, we can
But
always do as we want. And we can literally attack and then move back in the hut and not be attacked.
that's true. So I'm going to not do anything.
You don't have any support?
Oh, actually, hold on. No, I actually have I have a flask of oil. I will light it and throw it at him. Throw it at 1.
Okay. Is that a 2-hit or a dex?
Is what a 2-hitter dex?
Your do they have to make a dex save,
I
or
have
do you
no
have to roll to hit?
It's probably a roll to hit,
Yeah.
and it's going to be terrible because
Isn't it fire?
Yeah, Alchemist Fire is a 2. You have to roll
I thought
range.
fire- it was typically dex save of 13.
it doesn't matter. I rolled a 9,
That misses.
so I got that going for me.
You mean nothing?
Yeah.
And that's my turn. Bam.
It's okay. Technically, you did the most so far. Keeping us safe.
2 wolves attack the draft horses, and they're both down on the ground, bleeding.
Oh, goody.
God damn it. Wait, do I have... Oh! Can I use a Vicious Mockery on one of the attacks?
No. Do you have cutting words?
Oh, yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry. Yeah, I have Cutting Words.
Since they had surprise round on you, I'm going to say no.
Okay. They got there before we did. That's fine.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Who's next?
Okay. So, Jeb is after Thorwak.
All right. Jebediah is going to pull out both of his spears, and he's going to go after the first dire wolf that he can see.
Or do you want to go after the 2 attacking the horses?
Would they be within range?
Of your movement, yeah. The campsite's not overly big, and your blade singing, so you definitely have the movement to reach them.
All right, then I'll go after the 2 that are on the horses.
Yeah.
And I'll strike. I'll strike one with one of my blades. So it's going to be. That's a crit.
Okay.
And let's see, now I need to do 2, 3, 8. Do I have a surprise?
No.
All right. Do I have advantage because they're attacking the horses?
Mm, I'm gonna say they're not within 5 feet of each other, so your swashbuckler gives you your sneak attack.
Okay, cool. So that's going to be 37 points of damage total.
Direwolves have 37 points of health. You
So
killed that one.
in one slice, it goes down, its skin flaying and bubbling as the acid damage eats through it, hopefully not ruining its pelt.
It's acid. Yeah,
Yes.
it ruins it a little bit where the cut was.
Okay, so let's hit the next one.
But you can definitely, if you're making clothing out of it, you can definitely use that pelt for parts.
All right, cool. So this ethereal blade allows me to make an extra attack once per round if I kill an enemy. So I'm gonna roll for that now if you'll allow it.
I'd
That
say
was
you'd
something
have just enough
Alex.
movement. Yeah.
That was an Alex thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, because either I can do that or I can use my offhand attack to try to hit the other one.
Well, there's only 2 of them over there, and you have just enough movement to get to the other one. So
All right, cool.
you can use your your offhand uses your bonus action, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it's just an extra attack when I kill something. Not it's like a fighter's second attack when they hit level 5.
No, it's like Great Weapon Master. When they crit or drop one, they get an extra attack as a bonus action.
Okay, that's I don't think that's what he told me, but either way.
I'll ask him about it later, but yeah,
All
you
right.
can.
So
can
I'll
still
just do.
you can use your offhand to strike.
Okay. All right, so that's going to be a 28 to hit. And this one doesn't get sneak attack because you can only use that once. So R1.
You can use a flourish.
I could. That's probably not a bad idea.
Seems a bit excessive.
Yeah. No, actually, these are dire wolves, so it probably would be a good idea. And I'll use a defensive flourish. So that's going to be a total of 12 points of damage. And the defensive flourish is a 3. So that will bring, with Blade Singing activated and what Jebediah is wearing, that will bring his effective AC to 27 for the time being.
Okay. So, Zarkon, it's your move now.
Okay, so they're circling the whole thing, right?
Yep. And you can't cast spells from within out.
But if I cast the spell on the outside, it gets stopped by the thing, so that should be okay if I do that. Hang on, I'm just looking up something, sorry. Okay, I'd like to try to cast level 2 Shatter, kind of on one, and it should reach 2 other ones if they're circling around.
How big
Yeah.
is Tiny Hut?
It,
Like the
I think it was 10 foot, right?
Yeah, it's 10 feet.
10 feet
Yeah.
diameter?
No, radius.
Radius, okay.
It's
How
just a
much radius is
Shatter.
Shatter?
Same. That's the exact same area. So
Uh,
20 feet in
Uh,
diameter.
okay. So, yeah, you can definitely get 3 of them in Shatter.
Okay, I'm gonna do that then. They need to make a DC save of con save. Hang on. I have everything written down because I always forget it. Yeah, it's a con save, and my DC is 14, I believe. Yeah. Or yeah, my DC is 14. So they need to make a con save of 14. Or take full damage.
Okay. Two pass, one failed.
Okay. So the two that pass will take half damage, and let's find out what that'll be. 3d8. It'd probably be like 4 damage because that's my luck. Ooh, 15. Holy shit.
Okay. So
That's actually good for me. So 7 for the ones that made it.
yeah. So 2 take half, 1 takes full. So
Yeah. I imagine I'm
then-
kind of somewhere near Jebediah. Not too close, but
yeah, yeah. So
I'd like to cast Bardic Inspiration on Jeb.
yeah, you can use the Bardic Inspiration. What are you gonna say, or sing, or play?
I will say to him, "Don't let your dreams be dreams. You can do it."
You have a D6 inspiration.
No, it's a D8.
Oh yeah, 5. So you have a D8 inspiration. Now it's the wolf's turn. 3 of them are going to attack Zarkon with pack tactics. 23 hits.
Oh, definitely.
You have to make a strength save.
Well, with my Metacurse, I probably will not.
And you take 9 points of piercing damage.
No, I didn't make the save. 5.
You're not prone.
How much damage did I take?
9.
Good.
17 to hit.
17 altogether. Oh, to hit, yeah.
And another 9 points of damage. And the last one hits because it was over 20. But this one's only 7 points of damage. And
All right.
4 are going to attack Jebediah. What's your AC?
Right now it is 27.
Okay. Oh, they get pat tactics, so let's see if I get a critical. Nope. First one misses. Second one was close with 2 19s. Third one missed. Fourth one missed.
Phew.
Man, Jebediah's just like swinging shit off. Just. Being a badass.
Okay, so Jebediah has 3 wolves on him, and he took 25 points of damage, and 4 wolves are on Jeb, and he took no damage because he's just dancing right around them.
Badass.
What are you saying? That I'll be able to dodge wolves? No, what I'm saying is you won't have to.
I have a feeling you like to dances with wolves.
No, actually, I'm thinking more Neo in the Matrix, dodging bullets, except it's wolf bites.
Yeah. Throek,
Yeah.
you're in
Yeah, but
the tiny hut, and all the wolves have moved away to attack your comrades.
That's
I've taken
excellent.
half damage and I'm prone.
Zarkon is down on the ground.
Perfect. So you are prone.
I am prone.
Excellent. I'm going to cast Ice Knife on Zarkon.
And
Roll with disadvantage. It's a ranged attack. And you leave the hut to do that?
Yeah, I would have to leave the hut, shattering it to do that.
Yeah.
But there's 4 wolves around him, and I'm doing it with disadvantage, so I'm more likely to miss him. Stay down, Zarkon. Critical fail.
I think you threw at my
The other
feet.
one's a 5, so I'm going to guess I miss.
Looks like I gave you a lot more curse than just the spell plague.
Actually, I think maybe that's what he was looking for to begin with. Because if
I
he
wanted to
hit
miss.
you, he would have done D10 piercing to you right off the bat. Plus however much AoE damage there is for whatever level he's casting it at. It's like 2d6 to start and then a d6 for everyone afterwards.
So he was trying to miss me, but hit the wolves with the ice knife part.
Right, with the AoE part. So he missed you with a critical fail. But
So,
everybody in there has to make a dex save, and because you're prone, I think you do it at disadvantage.
no. Only he can still dex save. It's
Yeah,
one of
but
those weird rules.
Oh, okay.
So I need to make a dex
So
save.
I don't know.
you and
Matt,
all
are you
of
still
the
here?
wolves have to dex save.
Of what?
Sorry, 16.
Matt? Oh, crap, he critical failed his dex save. Man, it's a good thing I'm not DMing right now because you'd end up taking double damage.
Yeah, because that would be really bad because I rolled really well on that 3rd level ice knife.
Matt?
We are lacking a.
We are DM-less.
We are. Wait, he doesn't say he's muted.
No, it doesn't look like he's muted. I mean, he may have had his mic or something unplugged, or it may have cut out or whatever. We just have to wait and see.
Doesn't say.
His internet may have gone out too.
Does that happen?
Not the interweb.
Well,
I don't know. I don't know if it happens with him often, but I do know that there are times where the internet will go out and it'll still show people as being online even though they're not.
Mm.
And it takes a minute for the people to actually drop off.
He's got a headset mic problem.
Okay.
Mic check 1 2. The hills are alive without the sound of Matt.
Are those quail in your picture? Or turkeys?
No, those are quote unquote wild turkeys. We've got I've got a flock of jakes.
Hello.
that.
Yeah, I can hear you now, dude.
Yo, there you go.
Yeah, I bought a new headset, but turns out it's crap.
Uh-oh.
That's always fabulous.
So, mm.
So some shit
yeah.
went down.
Zarkon gets hit by the ice knife, and he takes double damage from the dex save.
Oops.
That would be.
Well, the
So
wolves
it's-
also failed with 2 2s and a 5, so
Ouch.
Oh, well,
So how much
Okay.
damage did it?
so he takes the
18
D10,
damage would.
the piercing.
Well, it was a critical
damage
fail.
and double the gold damage.
Okay, so it's 18 is the regular cold damage for all of the wolves, and there should have been
Nice.
4 around him, right?
There were 3.
I thought there was 3 around Jeb.
No, there were 4 around Jeb.
Oh, the only reason I attacked Zarkon was because there was 4 around him.
No, there was 3.
Okay, well,
Because
I miscounted then.
3 moved.
No worries.
3 moved to Zarkon, 3 moved to Jeb, and there was the one already there that was attacking the horse that he didn't kill.
Got it. So, Zarkon, you take 36 cold damage.
And you need to roll for the D10. Oh, man. Dude.
Yeah. Sorry, man.
You're trying to get
And that's
much
another
is their
8.
max
Dude,
health?
man.
God damn it. What did I ever do to you?
Well, to begin with, no, I'm just messing around.
So how much cold damage did the wolves take?
18.
18.
Holy crap. Dude. Huh, you took 40 points of damage from Thorak.
As long as I
You
didn't
took
take
more
72
damage from
points, I'm
Thorak
fine.
than you did the wolves.
I'm
Yeah, and the
incapacitated,
wolves
but
are
I'm not
still
dead.
up.
Oh my goodness.
I'm incapacitated, but I'm not dead.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Snarl, snarl.
When I see him so terribly
Oh,
fail,
Lord.
when I see him so terribly fail the dex save, I use my reaction to cover him with my arcane ward, and so that will negate 19 points of that damage.
Okay.
But my ward's gone now.
There's really no point in doing that. I'm still down.
Yeah, but I don't know that, so
Okay. That's true.
I have
That's
I have no way of knowing that, so it's just gone.
Yeah. So you break your ward.
Great.
So now it's Jeb's turn. Throak knocked out an ally. What do you do?
Well, I'm going to think to, well, Jebediah is going to think to himself, dude, what the fuck? And then he's going to,
You should give me bardic inspiration to on my saving throws.
You're incapacitated. You can't use bardic inspiration.
No,
They
but
can't give you bardic inspiration
Oh,
because you are unconscious. You cannot hear.
that's cool.
this is true. How far away am I away from both of them?
I shouldn't be too far from you.
I'd say you're about 10 feet from 10, 15 feet from Zarkon, and about
Oh, really? Damn.
because he didn't have the same movement you did, so you went out farther than he could move.
It's only 10 feet, though?
10 feet, yeah.
Did you want it to be more feet?
Yes, actually, I did.
Why is that? I don't know.
Well,
your
he
clock.
moved his 30 feet of movement towards you, so
Okay. This is gonna suck a little bit. Did Jeb notice him go down?
yeah, that was an
It was
nice
probably too.
exploded beside you. You saw that, and roll perception.
Okay.
This may be a very bad day for the guild.
Yeah, I rolled a 2, so 13 total.
You saw some sort of flash in the corner of your eye. You don't really know what it was, but you saw that the ice knight happen, and then you saw some sort of flash, some sort of golden flash in the corner of your eye. You don't really know what it is.
Okay. Then I am going to, because I'm surrounded by dire wolves.
And believe it or not, this exact same situation has happened before in a game I played in with the guild.
Crap. Okay, so because shit, no. Nope, that's exactly what he would do. Because Jebediah is surrounded by dire wolves, he is going to cast Thunderwave as a 4th level spell. Everything within a 15-foot cube.
15-foot cube from one of the corners pointing away from you.
Hmm?
I
thought it was centered on self.
Yes, one of the corner are centered on you. So it's like a cone and an opposite cone beside it. That's the way the cube is shaped. It's basically a diamond in front of you.
Okay, but I'm able to tag all 4 of these wolves, right?
Oh, for sure.
There will be one on your back. I'll give you 3 of them.
Aren't they surrounding him?
They're surrounding him, but there will be one behind him that he wouldn't be able to get. Like, unless you want to center the cube on yourself, so you be in the spell effect, then I'll give you all 4 of them.
The
Thunderwave
has a range of self with a 15-foot.
Yeah, that means it means from pointing out towards you, it starts. You are not in the spell. From where you stand, that's where the spell starts. So if someone's behind you, they won't be affected because it's off-centered.
Oh, so he's at the end of one of the 15 foot, is what you're saying.
Though he has a wolf behind him, and the spell can't hit behind him unless he puts himself in the center of the cube.
Yeah, that's what I thought, is that I was the center of the cube and everything 15 foot on a radius out from me is what was hit.
With Thunderwave, a corner is right in front of you, and that's where the cube is. It's off-centered. You start one of the corners, but you are not in the spell. It's basically like a foot. It's the spell basically starts a foot in front of you. But if you move the spell center to put yourself in the center, I'll give you a 4. But there's one behind your back that the spell cannot hit.
That makes sense.
All right, I'm trying to wrap my head around it. I know you're trying to help me with the way you're describing it. I'm just trying to visualize it in my head.
In the player's handbook, under the spell section, it actually shows you the way that the cube is set up. It's basically a corner and it diamonds out from wherever you're facing. That's the way it was. The spell was designed. It's basically wherever you're facing, the spell goes. But since you have one behind you.
All right, I think I understand now.
Yeah.
I think I understand now. So I could get 3 of them within the Thunderwave.
Yeah.
But I end up getting Zarkon as well. I mean, it really doesn't matter because Jebediah would
different way. I'm just saying you'll always have. There's 4 of them surrounding you, so one on each side of you. You'll always have one at your back, no matter what way you're pointing. You can point away where you won't hit any allies or the horse, and still get 3 of them. It's just you won't get the 4th one that's at your back.
All right. Well, Jebediah is going to cast it as a 4th level spell. So I need, I guess it would be 3.
It's a con save.
Yeah, 3 con saves. And it's D8 for 2D8, and then a D8 for second level, D8 for third, D8 for fourth. So that's 5D8 total.
And all 3 of them failed.
Okay, so 5D8.
Oh, sure. Now they fail.
So
They failed the ice knife too.
Oh wait. Ah, shit.
Yeah, they did, but they just had enough health to not die.
So, all right. They all take 30 points of damage, and they are all, well, except for the one behind me, they are all flung 15 feet away from me.
Okay. I'm going to say you got the one you got earlier, so that one's down.
Sweet.
2 other ones are flung, but they're still alive.
And healing word probably would have been a good one instead of cure light wounds, but that's no longer an option. Bonus action. If I use my ring of jumping, will the wolf that's behind me get an opportunity attack?
Ring of... Yeah, because you didn't disengage, so you jumped. Yeah, you would get an opportunity attack.
Okay, so would the that would be it then, I think, because I'm not really sure what else I could do. Cunning action, I could. Oh, actually, with cunning action, I could disengage.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't do me any.
The jump as part of your move. Unless you need a bonus action to activate the ring.
Yeah, it's a bonus action to activate the ring. So I'll stay where I'm at.
You still have a bardic inspiration as well.
I do.
Yes, but
Yeah,
that doesn't really work for anything he's trying to do with the bow.
Yeah, nothing. That's
No,
not gonna.
I know. I'm just reminding you because you seem to have forgotten.
No, I typically, Jebediah uses Bardic Inspiration for his flourishes for College of Swords.
Right, I know.
Either add for AC or to do extra damage. But it can only be activated, it can only be used if he makes a melee attack. So, alright, Jebediah is good.
You have one
Okay.
from me.
So, death saving throw.
You can do it!
Single digit, you fail, double digit, you pass.
I have, to be fair, I do have 3 inspirations from, like, forever ago. 16.
You made it.
Yeah.
You're good.
Yeah.
One success.
It's a straight D20, so. Yeah. You got 1 success.
How many do I need?
3 to stabilize.
Oh. What happens if I only get 2?
You
either stabilize or die.
Yeah. When you get 3 fails, you die. When you get 3 successes, you stabilize. If you roll a 1, that counts as 2. If you roll a 20,
you get 1 hit point.
You get 1 hit point. So it's back to the top of the round with the wolves. Okay, I am gonna roll percentile. They are not being smart. So, it's a fight in sync, and the 3 wolves on Darkon are going to attack Throwak. Does a 23 hit?
Shit.
Yes, it does.
Make a strength saving throw.
I could have used fucking hellish rebuke on them.
You still can as a reaction. Oh wait, no, you're.
I'm
Yeah,
Never mind,
no.
Zarkon.
I am incapacitated.
Okay, you are knocked prone, and you took 10 points of piercing damage.
Damn it. I'm sorry,
You
so
And they got a
you're fine.
modified 20 to hit. Does that hit?
I will cast shield, and so it will not.
Okay.
Actually, no, I can't. It hits. I can't. I've already used my reaction.
And the last one missed.
Hey Matt, I can't use my. I already used my reaction trying to save Zarkon, so
But it's
I don't have one anymore.
this would be the top of the round.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay.
No,
Sorry.
on his turn, he uses
It's on. Yeah. So
he
it
doesn't use
goes.
his reaction back until the start of his next turn. So he
Right. So he's already used it.
He-
Then.
can't shield, so he took 13 points of damage from that second attack.
Right.
Sounds good.
And three of them are going to attack Jeb. Circling him and using pack tactics, but they miss. The first one misses. Your defensive flourish wore off.
Yes. So I am back at 24.
Second one misses. Third one misses. I still had to roll a 19 to hit you. So
That's actually kind of comforting, but at the same time, kind of terrifying. Because if you do hit me, then there's a 50-50 shot it's going to be a crit.
yeah. So that's the wolves. Now it's Throwak.
So there's 6 wolves left, 3 around me, 3 around Jeb, right?
Yeah. Because they decide to attack the danger and leave the food for later.
Makes sense to me.
And you're prone.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What do I want to do? Decisions.
Thunder.
How many can I catch in burning hands?
I say 2.
Cast burning hands as a 3rd level.
That's a dex save.
Yeah.
DC 16.
It is.
Okay. One saves, one didn't.
Alrighty. Sorry, give me a second. I don't remember what the 3, 6 plus 1 for each other spell. So 5d6. $20.
Okay. Even
One of those ought to be down, I think, yeah.
one of them is down. Yeah, one of them's down. The other one looks really bad. Because
Yep, that's fine.
saved for half. Okay.
I'll accept that.
Yeah. So,
Sorry, that's my turn.
Jeb, you have 2 that are injured and 1 that hasn't taken a hit yet.
Okay, Jebediah is going to swing at one of the injured ones with his Plainsman Spear. Let's get this here and there we go. Oh, there it is. Does an 11 hit?
No, it doesn't.
Okay, bonus attack. With the offhand weapon. 28.
That hits.
All right, so that's going to be. Are they all? They're all within 5 feet of each other, right?
I wouldn't say within 5 feet.
Okay.
They sort of attack and then spread out, and then they come into attack and spread out.
Okay.
So they're within 10 feet of each other. They're kind of circling, and then they come into attack, and then they spread back out.
All right, the injured one takes 14 points of damage.
He goes down. So you have two circling. You both have two circling you. And Zarkon has to make another straight D20 roll.
$15.
Hooray!
You got-
One more.
2 successes. Yeah. If I rolled well on the percentile, you would have 2 of those rolls would have attacked you, and that would have been 4 fails. Yeah. So back to the top of the round.
Hey, I'm just surprised I'm making the throws at all.
Yeah. They're coming in to attack. Thorowak. With a 24 to hit.
That'll hit.
Did you stand up or are you still prone?
I would have stood up.
Okay, you gotta make another strength save. And you took 9 points of damage.
That would be a 11.
You get that wolf pulls you down again.
That bitch.
Did not think a DC 13 would be that hard to make.
Well,
I'm just rolling like crap.
He's
Yeah.
just rolling like that.
19 to hit. You have your reaction, so you can shield if you want.
I'll cast shield.
Okay. So bounces off your shield. 2 are going to attack Jeb. They're coming in to attack you with yeah, that was an 18, so that was a 23. The other one misses as well because I rolled a net 14. So, Thorowak.
All right. So I have 2 on either side of me. If I cast a ranged spell, or not a ranged spell, an AoE, can I get them both?
You'd have to catch yourself because they've done this enough
That's
that
fine.
they know to. They're basically one's in the front, one's in the back. You basically have to center it on yourself.
But what if you got
That's
nothing
fine.
to do?
Let's go
Oh,
with.
that'd
So I've got one on me that looks really bad, and one that just looks pretty
They're
bad,
both
right?
looking bad. You got one that's looking like you could touch it and it would fall over, and one that looks bad, but it's still got some kick in it.
So let me hit the better of the 2 with a Toll the Dead Wisdom save. DC 16.
Yeah, it failed.
Excellent. That's what I like to hear. 2d12, baby. Come on. 15 damage.
It goes down.
And
That was the better of the
I
two?
will stand back up. Since I didn't say it last time.
So, Jeb.
And so I'll stand up and pull out my my Warhammer and tell it, come get some, big boy.
Okay. Jeb, you got one that looks really bad and one that's still perfectly fine.
All right. Jebediah is going to attack the one that looks like crap first, and gets a 20.
Yeah, you hit.
So it's 8.
I'd save your sneak attack for the other one.
Yeah, that's what I plan on doing. So it's just going to be D8 plus D plus 5. So that's going to be a total of 14 points of damage on the one that looks
Take it
like
down.
crap. All right. Then I'm going to turn around and I'm going to attack the one that looks like it hasn't gotten too much damage. That's a 13.
That misses.
Crap.
Are you still looking to? Well, you got rid of its friend, so it doesn't have back tactics.
Okay, well that helps a little bit.
Are you still looking to find a wolf? Because you could. I'll give you this for free. These were all betas.
Okay. Yeah, actually, if this is a dire wolf, I will use.
Mind you, it's going to be harder to convince it than the last time.
True. I will use animal friendship on it,
Okay.
and I'll just cast that as a first level spell. And then
is it a bonus action spell or
no, it's a one action, so I'll have to do it next turn.
Yeah.
Actually,
So,
2.
Darkon,
How many are on Thorak?
just one really bad looking one.
Okay.
That's my baby. Just one.
Okay, so I will just I'll end my turn then.
Darkon, let's see if you can stabilize.
If I don't, I'll use an inspiration point to try to.
Oh yeah, you got it.
You just had to get 10 or higher on a
Yeah,
deep one.
Be
So-
stable.
Yeah. The wolf
stable
is
when
coming in to
killing
bite you.
comfortably.
Let's see. Oh, you got a 24.
I'll use shield.
No, this was on Throwack.
Oh,
I
my
always
bad,
do
sorry.
Throwack first.
That's fine. I'll take it.
Strength save. He's going to try and throw you down.
Not this time, Bubba. That would be an 18.
Yeah, you are able to stand your ground and take 14 points of piercing damage.
Ouch.
I'm looking pretty bad, but I don't care. 2 of that goes on my my shield, which then breaks, and I take the other 12.
When you shielded for 19 points, did that break your arcane ward?
Yeah,
You
but when I cast
Even if you
shield, it pops back up.
Yes, if you had points left, but once it breaks, you have to take a rest. You can't recover.
No. While the ward has 0 hit points, it can't absorb damage, but its magic remains. Whenever you cast an abjuration spell of first level or higher, the ward regains a number of hit points equal to twice the level of that spell.
Okay.
Sorry, I just looked it up.
Yeah. Well, when I read that was a while ago. For some reason, I thought it.
No worries.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
I said, it's been a while since it's broken, and so I wanted to look it back up so that I was doing the right thing.
Yeah. So it absorbed 2 points, but you still took the 6. I mean the 12.
Yeah.
And the last one's going to try and bite at Jeb, and it missed. Yeah. So
like,
that's
what's the
theirs, and now
dealio?
it's Throwack.
All right, so yeah, I'll just kill it. I'll cast Toll the Dead. So DC 16 Wisdom save.
Should have cast something that would hit for sure.
It makes it with the 17.
That's good because I only rolled 3 damage.
That would have taken it down.
Nice.
Ouch.
Yeah.
That's my turn.
Jeb. Animal friendship.
Mm,
It is hostile, so you are trying to make it friendly.
yeah. The beast has intelligence of 4 or higher, the spell fails. Otherwise, the beast must succeed on a wisdom
It has
saving
a
throw.
3 intelligence.
Or, okay, so animal friendship will work. The DC is 16. I'm going to cast it as a 2nd level spell to try and get both of these 2 wolves to stop attacking. Because,
Wisdom?
yes, wisdom.
They both fail with a 6.
Okay. So now they are charmed by me, and as long as, let's see, what is it? As long as nobody harms them, the spell will hold. So if Thorak, and I'm going to holler that out, stop attacking him. I've got this. If he attacks that one, it will break its charm, but it should not break the one that's in front of me's charm.
Yeah.
I believe. Now that's up to you, and in the end. But I think the way it's worded is supposed to be whichever one gets attacked is broken.
Yeah. Well,
Spell
because
ends for that.
you went hostile on it, so.
Right. So by casting at 2nd level, both of them should be charmed and should no longer be hostile.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to end my turn right there because I need another turn in order to be able to cast Speak with Animals in order to get these guys to stop attacking, communication wise.
Yeah.
So.
Zarkon's stable, still unconscious. Back to the top. They are hesitant, but they are not attacking. They back away, so they're about 10, 15 feet away from... Each of them are about 10, 15 feet away from you and Throak.
Okay.
Doesn't that give them an attack of opportunity, technically?
Well, Jebediah is not going to attack him. He's trying to get them to stop attacking because Throak looks like he's in pretty rough shape, and Zarkon's on the ground unconscious. So trying to get the fighting to end long enough for Jeb to be able to cast Speak with Animals.
Yeah.
Why does Zarkon get the shit end of the deal? Every fucking time.
All right, since it's Throak's turn, I will back away from the direwolf, keeping it in my sights. I'll pull out a potion of healing and give it to Zarkon.
Okay.
So 2d4 plus 4 healing.
2d4 plus 2.
Oh, sorry.
That's a
2d4 plus 2 healing.
Who rolls that?
You're the one healing. Go ahead and roll it.
It's usually the owner of the potion usually rolls. That's how I think of it. That doesn't matter.
Okay.
Either one.
I'll roll it. I don't care. 7. Total of 9.
Nice.
Nice.
That's almost a potion.
So Zarkon is conscious. Jeb, it's
You
your
have more
turn.
hit points than I do.
All right, Jebediah, as a first level spell, is going to cast Speak with Animals. And is going to ask the dire wolves to cease their attack. And is going to the more injured of the two, the one that looks like it's about to die.
Oh yeah.
Like it's injured to the point where it's probably not going to survive in the wild.
Yeah. And
Is the way that Jeb's going to look at it. He's going to look at that dire wolf and he's going to say to him, "I will heal your wounds if you and your pack mate will stop attacking us, and if you will join me on the hunt." And Jebediah will explain that the hunt is the beast and Jebediah will go out looking for prey. We'll explain that the prey is the bad guys that they have to fight. We'll basically stipulate that if the dire wolf will listen to Jebediah and follow his commands, Jebediah will take care of him and make sure that he never goes hungry.
Roll persuasion.
Sure enough. And that's going to be...
Can I give him... I'm conscious, right? Can I give
Yes,
him...
you are conscious. He still
Can I
has
give him advantage?
inspiration, so
Can I give him advantage?
you can't double up.
Yeah, you can give me Bardic Inspiration, but I don't think you can give me both.
I already gave you Bardic Inspiration.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
but he can't give you advantage. That's usually
You have a
for
D8.
social situations, and this is still
So
this is not at the point of social.
Fair enough.
okay, so I'm doing advantage instead of another D8?
No.
Or I'm doing a
you,
D8?
you
D8
can
over
use your
Northern.
bardic inspiration.
Okay. All right, so that's what I'll do then. I'll use my Bardic Inspiration there. So plus 1 D8 plus 8. Oh, fuck me running. I got a 12.
Altogether?
You still beat the opposing roll. So
Well, at least there's that.
yeah.
You passed
Holy
with a
cow.
15-12.
Okay, so Jebediah will ask the most injured dire wolf to come forward.
Yeah.
Are we out of combat?
They're charmed, and as long as you don't attack them, I think
Yeah.
we should be okay.
Yeah, I'll say
think-
we're out of combat until someone breaks their charm.
Well, you should probably tell Zarkon that they are not hostile.
Jebediah will make sure that the train drivers, Zarkon, Thorak, he'll let everybody know these beasts are under my influence. If you do not attack them, they will not attack you or anything around us. And then he'll have like the train drivers tend to the horses or whatever they need to do.
Yeah, the horses are injured, but draft horses are strong enough that they can take an attack, but they wouldn't have took another one. So So
So
they have
Jebediah,
they have they have medical supplies, but they can basically only patch the wounds. They can't do much to heal
Can they
them.
be healed by magic?
They can be healed by magic, but they don't have magic.
No, they don't,
The
but-
caravan doesn't have magic. So the injured one comes.
If you want to
forward
give
you.
out some healing,
The uninjured one says, "We have to get food, and those things are food." He's talking about the horses.
And Jebediah will acknowledge that, and he'll say, "Yes, they are food, but you cannot eat these." And actually, Jebediah will offer to go out on the hunt with them in order to secure food with them, like by either using spells or whatever in order to bring an animal down so that they can eat. There's only 2 of them now, so
They're the hunting party.
you would know, Jeb. You would know that Throax got polymorph, so I could change you into something if you needed to.
yeah, that actually might be helpful. But okay, so Jebediah is going to ask the injured one to come forward,
Mm-hmm.
and
He
as a
comes forward.
gesture of good faith, he is going to tell the direwolf, I will ease your wounds now, and he will cast a 3rd level spell of cure wounds on him,
Okay.
and that is going to heal for, I forget, what is it? It's an extra D8, so it'd be 3D8.
Plus your charisma.
3d8 plus 4. So it's going to heal him for a total of 17 points.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
he'll kind
more
of
than-
stroke him behind the ears. And then he will say he will ask how many of them are there in their pack.
Uh, there is 4 bitches, 1 alpha, and 9 cubs.
Okay. Jebediah will offer to go hunting with them to secure food for them, and to secure as much food as possible for them and their pack. And the injured one that he healed will accompany Jebediah afterwards. So your numbers have dwindled because you have attacked us. I do not wish for your pack to die or to go hungry. I will help you find food this night that is not the horses, and you will come with me afterwards. We will find more food for you. Your pack will survive. They will eat good this night. Or they will eat well. I don't think it would matter to a direwolf, good or well.
3 intelligence. You have to time your insinuating what he's talking about.
Right. So I would basically Jebediah would offer to go hunting with them in order to secure enough food for their pack.
It's about 2 to 3 a.m. You have about 3 to 4 hours before you are contract required to help them the caravan get to the Red Gill.
Okay. I'll offer to hunt with them as long as I can.
Yeah. I'll give you survival with advantage because you
Okay.
got companion.
Would I be able to transform one of the dead direwolves into using polymorph? Could I turn it into something at the same CR for them to eat?
No. Polymorph, the target has to be alive.
But does it really? Oh, all right, just an idea.
19 is my high roll.
You caught some rabbits and a deer, and that took you 3 hours. That's
Okay.
all you were able to find. So you got like 5 rabbits and a deer. So the rabbits would probably be good for the pups, that they can just kind of
Right.
dogpile on that.
Ha 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 ha! Dogpile. I see what you did there. I don't suppose they eat rations.
The dried stuff that is usually for rations, it's not good for their teeth.
Yeah, that's not that wouldn't help then.
They eat soft flesh. So
Well, whether gone, Darkon will try to heal. Well, it's a short rest, right? So do we get any hit dice?
you can use hit die. You won't get a long rest, but you can use your pool of hit die to heal up.
How many is that?
You're
I've never
level
had
6,
to
so
use
you
hit
have
die
6
before.
hit die.
Said 2d6.
Okay.
Can I play the Song of Rest while we do that too?
Yep. So you get an extra d8, no, d6. So, Song of Rest uses a different die.
Yeah. All right.
2d6 and 1d8.
No. Your bard hit die is a d8, so you can use up to 6 d8 on a short rest until you take a long rest.
Oh, so I can.
But your Song
sure.
of Rest is a d6, so
Okay.
your Song of Rest will give a d6 to anyone who's taking a short rest with you.
So how many? So I'm taking a short rest, and I'm assuming Throwback is how many hit dice can we use?
As
Up to
many as you
your-
want.
Yeah, up to your maximum, so you're 6th level, so you could do all six d8. You just need to make sure that you add the hit point modifier from your charisma to each die.
It's Constitution.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Hit point modifier being Constitution.
Yeah.
So
I'll roll. I'm gonna roll 3 of my hit die, and then I'm also.
You carry the wolf is carrying the ears of the rabbits in his mouth, and you're carrying the deer to where. And you notice. Roll me a history.
sure. Let me find out what that is. History is okay.
Intelligence, if you don't have it.
$21.
Yeah. The alpha's familiar.
Really?
Yeah. It's the same one from the mountain.
Well, this is shocking to Jebediah. I don't think speak with animals lasts more than like an hour. So Jebediah is going to cast it again.
Yeah.
in order to talk to him.
Yeah.
And he's just going to say, "Hello again, old friend. Your plains are vast. Your hunting fields are afar. I did not expect to see you this far to the south,
This far to the west.
this far to the west."
Creatures are shifting, so we have to shift as well.
Indeed. And how is your mate and your litter?
You see bunches of pups. The beta throws the rabbits on the ground, and you can. Some of the pups are familiar, some of them aren't, and they all just kind of run and tear those rabbits to bits. They were really hungry.
Jebediah is going to warn, not in a threatening manner, but he's just going to warn the alpha that his pack needs to stay away from horses that are with people. And Jebediah is going to explain that his pack lost, basically four of its number. Jebediah did not realize that this was his pack, but they did attack.
No,
and
they lost 7.
Okay, they lost 7 of their number. And while he understands that is fewer mouths to feed, if the pack continues to attack humanoids and their animals that are with them, the pack may end up being destroyed. And Jebediah does not want that to happen. So he's going to, as best he can, try to describe the types of animals that the direwolf should probably try to stay away from, simply because the pack may end up going extinct. The bloodline may go extinct because humans hunt them down in order to obliterate them.
How does Jebediah know these wolves? Just curious.
The
He
last
spoke him on to the alpha before.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, if I remember correctly, this is the alpha that I charmed, and I had convinced it to come with me, but then found out that it had a mate and a litter, and I told it needed to go and protect its family. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the same direwolf.
And, one of the pups cuddled with Ginny for a little while.
Right.
And then
like completely made Alex's night on that one.
Yeah.
But Jebediah will try to, as best he can, convey the real sense of urgency that he has that the direwolves, at least this particular pack of direwolves, try to stay away from humanoids that have livestock and that kind of stuff, because the bloodline may end up being destroyed. The humans may come after them in order to kill them.
With shifting creatures, this is the first time we eat in a day and a half. The pack was the hunt. They were looking for food, anything that was food.
And Jebediah will, he'll acquiesce, and it is not easy, and it is not right to watch your offspring starve. And he's going to try and figure out the area that they're in. the shifting that he's talking about, where maybe better hunting grounds would be?
Oh. Animals in the Loxie Forest. There has been upsets, so there is a rise in predatorial species in the area as well as creatures. So
Like not beasts, but like monstrosities. Is that
yeah.
okay?
So prey is
Scarce.
because things are moving in, because at one point there was an abundance of prey, but then the other creatures found out, hey, there's a bunch of food there, and then you get this situation.
Yeah. Tough times. There's no way to really alleviate that, is there? Some die out, and some bloodlines die out, and some continue on. You got to do what you got to do.
Kill the creatures.
That's usually where hunting comes in, is to when there's an overabundance of population of a type of creature, then you have to thin it to make it healthy again.
Yeah. So, when the rise in prey increases the predatory population, which decreases the prey population, which causes starvation and famine among the predator population, which causes starvation and death, which allows the cycle to begin again.
Yeah.
So much for happy endings. But Jebediah will,
This is D&D. There are no happy endings.
Yes, true. Even at level 20, when you ride off into the sunset, there's usually a Melf's acid arrow right at the end of it, to the back of the head. Jebediah is going to tell the Alpha that he has to get back, that his caravan is that he is going into a town, and he would like to meet. How far away is town? How far away would Jebediah think the town is?
You're not a full day's travel, but you're a good time travel away.
Okay. So would it be safe to say that when the moon rises twice, Jebediah would be back in this area?
Yeah, because by the time they get into Red Guild, they're not going to hit the camp point.
Right.
On the way back, they'd be riding in the night, so they stay in town and leave early.
Okay, then what Jebediah is going to do is he's going to tell the Alpha that when the moon rises twice, he will be back in this area and to look for him. By the road, but do not attack. Any humans, just look for Jebediah. To look specifically for him, that he will try to bring something back in order to help his pups survive, at least for a little while longer. And with that, he'll I don't know, scratch his chin or something if the dire wolf will allow it, and then he'll head back to the camp so that they can break camp and get on their way.
Yeah. By the time you get back, sun's rising. So,
okay. Do you want me to make an exhaustion check?
No, you rested. It's not like you're going like a full 2 days.
Okay.
So, but if you want a full rest, you can nap in the caravan.
All right, that'll work. And if I get a full rest, then I'll get that back. So I'm okay with that. Yeah, that'll work.
I was almost useful until I got knife sniped in the face.
Yeah.
All right, listen. You're a, quit whining about it. You're a bard. You should be good at deck saves and rolling and stuff. Just roll better next time. Roll out of the way, not into the way.
He's a singer, not an acrobat.
Yeah, typically
Maybe we
jumping
should
in
take
front
it
of the
back
pointy
back.
thing is not a good idea. Just saying.
What?
I said typically jumping in front of the pointy thing is not a good idea.
Couldn't jump in front
Just
of it. I was
saying.
laying down. I was laying down. That's why I got stabbed in the face.
Well, I mean, don't try and stand up into it then. I don't know.
Boot to the head. Oh, lordy. Alrighty.
At least it didn't fucking kill me.
Yeah. Well, did you guys heal the horses?
Yes, I believe they did. And if they didn't, Jebediah would have.
Okay. Because I know Zarkon healed himself.
Well-
The merchants only bandaged them. They don't have any magic stuff to heal.
I'll cast Cure Wounds on him.
Yeah.
First level on both, I guess.
Yeah.
Do you want me to roll for that?
Yeah. They're not. They didn't take. They only took like, I think like one took 8, one took 9 points of damage. So
Okay. Well, I can heal at a max of 9, so let's find out. Roll with the
Yeah.
first level. So one heals 9, one heals 5.
okay. Oh, yeah. Wounds are closed. One definitely looks almost good to do, but they have a bite scar. But the important thing is wounds are closed and they can pull the load. Thorak, can you roll me percentile?
I certainly can.
Can certainly get
8.
us killed. Yep, getting us killed.
Got 8 out of a D100.
8 out of a D100.
Okay. Yeah. That overcast storm that you had from yesterday, it came back with a vengeance. It is stormy and lightning. It is not a good time to travel. You guys are moving, making slow progress, and the horses are, they're healed up, but they're not. This would be difficult for them even if they never got attacked. So you guys are traveling through hellish weather. But the caravans they have the cloth vinyl over top kind of thing, so you're dry, but it is loud and thunder and lightning, and it's terrible traveling weather.
Is it very, very frightening?
Depends on how easy you jump. So yeah, by the time you get into Redgill, it is almost nightfall. And they go and they drop off and they say, you have to make your own arrangements for where you're going to sleep.
No, of course we do.
Tiny
Jebediah will go to, first he will go to like a butcher.
You can, a lot of businesses closed up, but you can probably catch a guy.
Jebediah is going to ask him how much meat he has.
What are you looking for?
Meat.
Yes, but cow,
Lots.
pig, chicken.
Doesn't matter.
Mm,
I need meat.
We're probably halfway through our allotment, so we probably have about. Uh,
Why don't you just buy an old nag, like an old horse that's getting ready to be no longer useful? Wouldn't that be the easier way to do it? Then it could walk itself out.
That's the next stop.
Yeah. He has about. I'd say about 65 pounds of various types of meats.
65 pounds.
Yeah, it's
How
a
much-
small village. And, not all people can afford meat on a regular basis.
All right. How much does he want for the 65 pounds of meat?
Various cuts and types that would put it at, and labor 190 gold. Like he has what's left is the good cuts that not that many people buy.
Jebediah will try to talk him down. Surely, for such a large acquisition as this, you can give a discount per pound. After all, we are the heroes of Illumina. I don't know if that's going to help or not, but the 10% discount I know is in Illumina, but I don't know if it extends.
Roll me persuasion.
Sure enough. So that's the 20 plus 8.
Is Zarkon with you?
I got a 25. I don't know if I'm not sure if he's with me or not.
You don't need it. He'll give you his last remaining meat, all 65 pounds of it, for about 110.
110. Jebediah's got no problem with that. He'll ask about entrails. And he'll also ask if there's a. Obviously, this is a butcher, but do they have like a slaughterhouse somewhere?
The slaughterhouse is at another location.
All right.
They have. When they bring the meat in, they bring the ice as well. Like they have an insulated room that's basically it's basically the meat hanging and a bunch of several feet cubes of ice to keep the room cold.
Okay. Jebediah will ask for a cube of ice with the to take with the meat.
Yeah. You'll probably need like 2 or 3 of them though.
Okay, and how many pounds is like a cube of ice?
These are like, let's say like 2 foot square cubes. Okay. I'd say they're, I don't know, maybe about 15 pounds each.
Okay, so 45 pounds for the ice. All right, and then Jebediah will go looking for a farmer or something, or maybe like a horse.
Well, they do have a stable that they have horses there.
Right. To see if there are any like old nags that are about to be put down or whatnot.
Oh, mind you, this place is relatively new. It's only a few years old, so the horses I would brought here would still be young, so they don't really have any that are on the way out.
Okay, what about goats or chickens? Well, chickens wouldn't really do any good. What about goats?
There are no real farm. Like, they have a stable for horses here, but they don't really have... There's no real farm. This isn't really farmland. That's why the meat's brought in on a ship with a bunch of ice.
I gotcha. Kind of horses do they have?
I'm not eligible, so I'm just going to say horses.
Riding horses? Like
Yeah.
how much? How much for
I
a
thought you were
horse?
talking about breed, but yeah, they have some
I'm
riding
not looking
horses.
for. I'm not looking for 400 gold piece war horses.
Oh no, they don't have war horses. No, they have. It's mostly draft, a couple riding.
Okay.
Not that many. There are some people here that do have the money to spend on riding horses, but it's mostly their business is mostly selling and maintaining draft horses.
Jebediah will ask around. How's the hunting in this area? That good, huh?
It's harder to find deer in that. A lot of there's been increased population of like tigers, panthers, and that I think they're coming out from the middle of the forest where they were before.
We could always hunt some of
They're
those.
spreading outwards.
Hmm.
I think something has caused their population to rise, and now they're moving towards finding more food.
Okay. How much for draft horses?
Do you have the player's handbook on you?
No, but I can find it real quick. Give me just a second.
I've got it. Draft horses are 50 gold pieces each.
He'd sell you one for 60.
How much would he sell me two for?
110.
Done. I'll take two of them.
Do you want a wagon?
Is he going to throw the wagon in for free?
No.
No. Just need the draft horses.
Oh, actually, if you throw in another 10 gold, he'll give you a cart.
It's alright. I'm not exactly sure what I'll do with the cart afterwards anyway. So he'll just say, no, just the draft horses will do. And Jebediah will tell him that he'll pick him up in the morning.
Okay.
And then he'll go secure lodging for the night. So that's 220 gold I need to take off.
Yeah. Oh, you get a discounted rate at a Rosen Dragon because it wasn't really arranged for you to stay there, so you, but it's just add gold to stay the night.
Okay. That'll work for me.
That's nice.
Same here.
It's because they have to clean the room after you leave, and they have to pay someone to do that. So.
All right.
Yeah. So.
Before Roak goes to sleep, he'll cast Lehman's tiny hut inside his room.
I don't think that works.
Yeah, it has to have enough room, otherwise it won't cast.
There is
No,
not enough room in that room to cast that spell. These are not big rooms.
My understanding is it just fills the room.
These are rectangle-shaped rooms. You do not have the space to cast that spell.
That's funny.
I'm gonna look at this up again.
So,
That's
did
what
you
the spell
take the
summon.
meat?
That's fine.
Did you take the meat with you, or did you just say you're
No,
going to come back?
I told the butcher that I would be back for it in the morning.
Okay. Oh, also, the caravan's going to be. I'm not going to say it's going to be totally empty, but there's going to be more room in it.
Okay.
I'm sure if you throw them a few gold, they transport that stuff back.
There's actually nothing to say that. There's nothing that can cause it to fail except for the amount of creatures inside of it.
Does it have like a radius or something attached to it?
Well,
10 foot
normally, if you don't have the room to cast it, it auto fails. Or some spells just. Some
like
spells are like
12
that. Some
anyways.
just form fit. But,
It says self 10-foot radius hemisphere, which would be a 20-foot diameter hemisphere, which would be, I'm guessing 20. Yeah, I don't know. It depends upon how
It's,
big or how small the room is.
yeah, it's 20 feet across and 10 feet up.
Which is the exact distance of the dome.
These rooms they're about 15 feet across and they go about 20 feet back. Mind you, I'm not looking at it like the Rose and Dragon actually has a map, but I'm not looking at it currently at the moment. I'm just
like it's
trying to go off
anyway.
Well, Jebediah will crash for the night, do a long rest.
Yeah. I have it on. So, yeah, these rooms are 10 feet by 20 feet. Unless you were the lucky one that got the bigger room, then that's 20 by 20.
I would prefer the and I would initially cast it with everybody inside, and then they can come and go as they please.
So, are you guys drinking? It is a tavern.
I'll see if they have any croom whiskey.
They don't really have any of the fancy stuff.
Fair enough.
So, do you guys want to fast forward through the night and pick up in the morning?
Yeah, I'm good with that. Jebediah will pick his stuff up in the morning from the butcher, the baker, and the candlestick maker.
How are you transporting all that meat?
Bag of holding.
Okay.
I figure the only thing in the bag of holding would be the 3 blocks of ice and the 65 pounds of meat, and then the 2 draft horses can, transport themselves.
They need someone to lead them.
Jebediah has animal handling. He can do it if necessary.
Yeah. So, if you ride one and you can have the other one, you can hold on to the other one's reins with a bit of a you can attach a rope to the other one's reins and just sort of pull it along with you.
Okay.
You can do that.
That'll work.
So, yeah. So,
Morning time.
yep. Travel goes normally. It's late afternoon, almost evening by the time you reach the campsite there. So,
Jebediah will take the 2 horses. This is the same campsite we left just the day previous, right? Matt? I think his mic went out on him again.
I thought it was. Can Zarkon will try to go with you unless you stop him.
Well, right now, all Jebediah is going to do is tie the horses up to the to the edge of the camp, and make sure everything is secure at the camp. Because wolves don't hunt it. Wolves typically don't hunt during the day.
Oh yeah, he said it's early afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
But wouldn't you know the way back to their pack?
Should.
If it helps, I can stay here and watch the camp.
Yeah.
Y'all can go.
We may wait for Matt for his mic to
Sounds
start
fair.
working again, and then we can figure out what we're going to do.
Take ice knives to the face. That's what I'm gonna do.
Well, if you want to stand over there, away from the horses and everything else, I have ice knife as well. We can just kind of, like try to shoot a cigarette out of your mouth with ice knife or something.
I don't smoke.
Oh. Brandy flask out of your off the palm of your hand with an ice knife, or maybe a chromatic orb.
I don't know what that is.
Chromatic orb?
Personally, I don't know what that is. I'm sure Zarkon does.
Oh, it's a spell. It hurls a 4-inch diameter sphere of energy.
What's the save on it? Or is it an attack roll?
It's an attack roll. It's got a range of 90 feet. It does 3d8 damage for first level, and then it's 1d8 for a slot higher. So I could actually ice knife for first level is d10 on the target if it hits, and then 2d6 ice damage or cold damage in a radius of 5 feet around, like within 5 feet of that target is takes damage. The chromatic orb is one target, but the chromatic orb, one target, Jebediah can actually cast it and it would do 6d8 damage. Whereas the ice knife would be d10 plus, I guess it would be 2, 3, 4, 5. It'd be 5d6 damage.
Ice knife's like the best of both worlds.
hello.
Hey, there you are.
I don't buy your headsets on clearance.
I will make sure that I remember that advice.
Yeah.
No headsets on clearance.
Okay. So
So Jebediah will tie the horses up and do what he needs to do in order to help secure the place for the night. And
Yeah, you easily know the way to where. What's your background?
what's my background?
Swashbuckler.
Tickle belly, tickle berry, tickle. Hang on a second. I can never remember if it's tickle berry or tickle belly.
What's your
Tickle belly nomad.
what's your D&D background?
That is the D&D background. It's a tickle belly nomad.
Oh,
Give me a second and I will read it off to you.
what's the feature?
Oh, the feature is called At Home in the Wild. In the wilderness, my home, I can find a place to hide, rest, or recuperate that is secure enough to conceal me from most natural threats, but not all supernatural, magical, or threats that are actively seeking me out. However, this feature does not shield or conceal me from scrying, mental probing, nor from threats that don't need the five senses to find me.
Okay. Can you roll me survival? I thought you were an outlander. So
Yeah, sure, I can roll your survival. Let me get down to the dice roller deal. All right, so that is paste and survival. Say. 16.
okay. It takes you a little bit, especially. Are you taking those draft horses with you?
Mm-hmm.
It takes you a little time, especially since you're leading two horses.
Can I background go with him?
But you're able to get back to the place where you met up with them before.
Okay.
Yeah.
When I sense or with perception, when I sense that they're near, that the wolves are near, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to rest my hands, one hand on each draft horse's head. And although I cannot twin them, I am going to time them to go off as quickly as possible. I'm going to, as a first level spell, I'm just going to put the horses out of their misery.
You're not going to be able to do that at first level. You have to be able to do 19 points of damage in one shot.
But I could cast sleep on them, could I not? No, wait. They would wake up as soon as they're...
Yes, but melee attacks would get advantage. I mean, critical.
So they probably wouldn't feel anything anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, probably not.
Yeah, could I put them to sleep and then slit their throats?
Yep.
All right, then that's what I'll do.
What level?
What level spell do you want me to use that at to put them to sleep?
I
have 1 through 4, so you tell me which one you want me to use. Because Jebediah is trying to be as humane as possible.
Well,
first level spell would
level 3.
first level spell would average at 30, so I'd say level 3 if you want to make sure.
Yeah, I'll do a level 3 to make sure. And then Jebediah will cast after the horses have been slaughtered. He'll cast Speak with Animals.
Yeah.
And he'll call out to the alpha.
Yeah.
Does this alpha have a name? Does it refer to itself as anything, or is it just?
Oh, they just sort of communicate at others, so they don't really have names.
Okay.
They just sort of, oh, you're speaking with me. I assume you're talking to me, kind of thing.
Okay. So Jebediah, after he puts the horses out of their misery, as humanely as possible, will cast the speak with animals, and will remove the 65 pounds of meat from the bag of holding and place it with the draft horses' carcasses. And he will call out to the alpha.
Yeah. So you did this all right by their den.
Pretty much, yes. I'm trying to make it as convenient as possible.
Yeah.
I didn't want to have them go get the horses and try to bring them back or anything like that. So Jebediah will step out of the way.
Yeah, they would have. Yeah, I don't think they have the strength at the current moment to move the horses.
Yeah, because it seemed like they were pretty famished.
Yeah.
So Jebediah will just kind of like move out of the way, and if Zarkon's with him, he'll kind of, come. We must move. They have to eat, and you do not want to be part of what they eat. So he'll just kind of move him and Zarkon out of the way, and we'll let them know. It's like, eat, fill your bellies.
Yeah. So yeah, they come out and eat. Yeah. Although considering the amount of meat that you actually like for a couple days, the 65 pounds would probably last them for like 3 days, but with the horses, that might have been a little over excessive.
Well, the
Better too much than too little.
Well, here's the way Jebediah is going to look at it, and Jebediah will actually try to convey this to them, and he will, if necessary, he will use his spear or his short swords or whatever to help hack these horses up and put them in the den that they have there, if there's enough room, so that
Is it just Jeb or all three? Did all three of you go with them?
I'd be there.
Do one of you?
No, I stayed back in the caravan.
Do one of you have? The second level spell. I'm forgetting. The one that keeps corpses from rotting.
Oh,
Gentle repose. I have it.
Yeah. That might have been a good thing to cast on the horses because rotting meat attracts creatures.
Well, then Jebediah would try to send Zarkon back to bring Thorak back in order to do that, because Jebediah is not trying to bring them problems. He's trying to get them.
Yeah.
He's trying to help them out and not cause them issues.
If I have to roll for that, that's a bad idea.
Yeah. So you're able to get Thorak out there and he can ritual gentle repose on those things.
So that means for the next 10 days, it's not going to rot.
Yeah.
That works. And Jebediah will butcher it, cut it into quarters or whatever, and we'll kind of put it in their den or whatever. And if their den needs to be hollowed out more in order to take the meat and whatnot, he'll try to do that to the best of his ability, just to try and get them a leg up.
Oh, with cutting it into smaller pieces and putting it around the den, you're able to get it inside.
Excellent.
Mind you, it's very bloody because
yeah, it's fresh kill. I know.
Yeah. You didn't. I don't think you added anything to drain the blood into or anything like that.
Nope. Nope, but Jebediah will use prestidigitation in order to clean up like the mess so that the blood that's outside doesn't attract other predators.
Yeah.
He will definitely try to do that in order to minimize the possibility of other predators or monstrosities, coming into the area that the cubs and everything are in.
Yeah.
Zarkon will help with that.
Zarkon's back help watching the caravan.
Oh yeah, you're right.
You traded off with Throax so you could gentle repose.
You're right.
So
When you're right, and when you're knife,
And when you're ice, right?
So what are you going to do with those 3 blocks of solid ice?
Well, I don't think the dire wolves would want it.
Mm.
Wait, is it water ice? Or is it like
maybe it's magical ice.
Oh. It's water that was frozen into cubes to keep the meat from spoiling.
Oh, okay. Well then the
Because
blocks
in the
would
Middle
be
Ages that's how they kept their meat cold.
right. So the blocks I guess could be placed if they wanted them for like, lick blocks or something for water.
Yeah.
Would that not work?
Oh, yeah.
You
Mind
could leave it
you,
there for 'em.
yeah. And it's late fall, so it's not like they're going to melt in a couple days.
Right. So Jebediah will, it's like just fresh water, as fresh as you can get for ice. He'll take him out and he'll set him down like, I don't know, create a bowl, if you will, and just kind of set the blocks in there
Yeah.
so that they have, drinking water near or whatever.
Yeah. Well, the ice is made of water, but it was probably magically frozen because, it's more convenient
Right.
trying to get ice from the mountain.
Right. So it would probably melt slower, maybe?
No, it's still normal ice. It's just, I'm just saying the process. It was you assumed the ice was made. It's still
Okay, but
normal
it's not
ice.
it's not contaminated or anything.
No, it's
All right, cool.
it's alumina water, so it's how contaminated the water in alumina is. I wouldn't say it's pure water, but it's definitely drinking water.
Yeah, it's not poisoned or anything like that.
No. Yeah. 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 So, I have. If you guys have nothing else for the chuckle back, I'm just going to hand wave it because I don't know how long it's going to be until my mic goes out again.
Jebediah is going to ask the pack alpha, and I guess the female alpha, if perhaps because the adult population of the pack has been decimated, basically. Jebediah will state that he would like to take one of the puppies with him to at least ensure that the alpha's bloodline continues.
Muscling in
And
on Rev Jack by giving Ginny a gift.
do what now?
Oh, Ginny wanted a pup. I was making a joke.
Oh yeah, no. This is actually for Jebediah, and it would be more along the lines of a non-combat animal versus a large direwolf, which would be a very.
So are you gonna leave the other one here?
Yeah, I was going to say that if because there are so few adult direwolves left for this pack that if the other direwolf was left with the pack in order to be able to help defend and hunt and that kind of stuff, Jebediah take a puppy instead.
Yeah. So. Yeah. So goes over and nudges Pup and says, "This is the fiercest one of the litter.
The fiercest one, is she female?
Roll percentile.
Sure.
If it's above 50, it's the gender you want. If it's below 50, it's the gender you didn't want."
Okay. So let me go down here and dice channels. So roll percentile. R1D100. Okay. So it is female. All right. I'm going to annotate that down.
So you now have a wolf pup pet.
I have a female dire wolf pup. Alrighty, awesome.
Yeah.
And I think thematically it's probably better because like between Tim and then the familiar Mr. Bigglesworth and then a dire wolf on top of that probably wouldn't be so great.
The watch would definitely be wary of you.
Do what?
I said the watch would definitely be wary of you because you would be walking
with
with
a dire wolf. Yeah, that would take some explaining.
You could always color it.
Yeah, but then you get into the whole "what are you hiding from us?" So what else are you hiding from us type thing. Okay.
And they can tell dire wolves because of body shape.
Yeah.
Not just coloring.
You could give it your cloak.
Okay. So.
All right. So.
Roll me 2 animal handling checks because it's 2 days back, and you have to train the pup a little bit. So.
Okay.
Can't you just talk to the pup though?
I can, but it still has to be trained. It's like a child.
Yeah, it's still a child, so.
So you wanted 2 of them?
Yeah, because of 2 days.
Okay. So one's going to be a 15 and one's going to be a 14. And I'll use speak with animals if necessary in order to assist in that training.
Yeah. What are you trying to train it to do? What's the first thing you're trying to get it to learn, I should say.
The first thing that it needs to learn is to sit.
Okay. To speak with animal makes it definitely easier. You think it might take a few more days before it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, so definitely the first thing that it needs to learn is to sit. The second thing it needs to learn is stay. The third thing that it needs to learn is heal. The basic commands you teach an actual dog.
Yeah. So basically on your downtime, each day you have a downtime, you roll animal handling.
Okay.
And
sweet.
If you make a 13 or higher, you definitely made progress. If you can get over 22, then I'd say you're successful. But yeah, speak with animal definitely cuts down the number of days it would take. So to do one of those things, so it'd take you about 4 days for sit. I'd say about another 4 days for stay, and
okay.
If you can get over 22, I'd count it as 2 days progress.
Okay, cool. All right, and I'll start doing that in the die roll chat for every day that there's downtime for Jebediah.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you guys get back into Illumina, and they pay you your 200 gold each.
Sweet. Only lost 20 gold off of that adventure. 21, actually. All right. Has a direwolf pup now, so I cannot complain.
Ginny will definitely be jealous of you.
Probably right. That's all right, though. I gotta think of a name for her.
Yeah. So, unless you guys got something to do in Illumina, I don't really have anything.
No, I think Jeb's pretty good. For record sakes, experience would be 1 or 2.
2. It was a CR8 encounter.
Okay.
It was. I was playing tier 2.
Okay, cool.
If you guys went big creature, you would have fought a Hydra. So.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
A what?
Yeah, I wasn't kidding. If you guys went one big creature, you were going to fight a Hydra.
Holy crap! That would have that could have that could have been bad.
Yeah.
But that's okay. We can fight the Hydra next time.
Heck yeah.
As long as I don't take an ice knife to the fucking face again.
No,
Oh,
we'll hit
dear
you with
God.
an ice
kill
knife in the
someone
back,
one
right?
time.
We'll hit you with the ice knife in the back next time. It's all good.
Okay.
You know, I'm gonna start throwing ice knives at you while you're at the forge.
All right.
Teach you how to dodge them.
Thank you, Matt. This was fun. It was very enjoyable.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So this is the end of the adventure to anyone who's watching, which is someone because unless one of you opened up the link, because I have one viewer, so whoever that
Hooray!
viewer is
Hello and goodbye.
got something out of this.
Hello, viewer.
So
It's funny.
thank you
All right.
guys for playing, and thank you guys for watching.
Thank you for
I can
running the
find my
game, Matt.
cursor. There we are. Okay, I am ending the broadcast.